Hello everyone. In this video, I'm going to tell you about the active and passive elements. So before moving on to the topic, I just wanted to discuss about some of the basics in analysis of electric circuits. What are the symbols we generally use for the electric circuits? At first, voltage source. So, what do you mean by voltage? What do you mean by current? Current is the flow of electron from one point to another point in a conductor. Whether the electrons can flow on its own? Definitely not. It requires certain force, right? So that force required to move the electron or to force the electron to move from one place to another place is said to be voltage or the potential difference. So, when we talk about the voltage source or the current source, usually we have AC and DC supplies, right? So DC stands for direct current, that is unidirectional in nature, and AC stands for alternating current, that is both positive and negative currents, right? So what is the symbol for the voltage source in the case of DC? So in the case of DC, we will be having a positive terminal and then we will be having a negative terminal. This indicates a DC supply. In some cases, they usually represent a circle with positive and negative. So this is also said to be a DC source. And then we have AC source. So in the AC source, it will be represented as a circle with a sine wave in it. It is said to be an AC source. Next, we are going to see the symbol for the current source. For the current source, a circle with an arrow mark represents a current source. It is common for both DC and AC. So for both the cases, we usually draw a circle with an arrow mark for the current source. Next, we are going to see the symbol for the resistor. Then how will you draw inductor? So this is the symbol for the inductor. Then we have capacitor. Capacitor, it represents a two parallel plate. So this is the symbol for a capacitor. Now we will move on to the active and passive elements. The first and the foremost thing about the active element, it is an element which generates or supply electrical energy. So whatever the source, for example, if we have a battery, it is a type of DC source which can supply energy to the other elements. So battery is said to be an active element. Active element can generate or supply energy. So passive elements are the one which consumes energy. Okay, this is the basic difference between the active and a passive element. Active element can supply energy, whereas passive elements will consume energy from an active element. Okay, so the next point is example. So one specific example, we have both voltage sources and current sources are the examples for active elements. So all sources are the example for active element. In specific, we can say battery is one of the examples for active element, whereas here resistor, inductor and capacitors are said to be examples for passive element. And the next one is, we can call active elements electron or current donors. They are said to be electron donors, whereas here they are said to be electrons acceptors, because it consumes energy. So they are said to be electron acceptors. And the next one is, in the case of active element, we can control the flow of current. So here we can control the flow of current, whereas here in the case of passive elements, we cannot control the flow of electrons. So these are the basic difference between an active element and a passive element. Thank you for watching.